Okay, so this is going to be a quick demo of how I combine the Mixamo animations. So this is just a quick method that I like to use. There are other methods and probably better methods, just get a better transition. But this one I found it's quick when I want to make like a longer video. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight, okay, so there's one called Armature and then one called Armature 1 and Armature 2. So I'm here on the far right side. All right, so if you look down here at the timeline, so the timeline here, it shows this one here is about the 200 mark, this one about just over 800, and this one 600. So I extended it here, the timeline, to about 2000. It was set at 250. Okay, but so if we get started, so I'm going to add the animations to the first armature. Let me play it a little. You can see the different animations. Okay, so a little bit of a horror movie going on there. But anyway, so now let me stop. I am going to go back to the beginning. All right, so I will add the animation from armature 1 to armature. So I've selected it. I just went to the right corner and clicked it. You can also click it from the viewport itself, but because they're all crowded there, I wanted to make sure I got the right one. All right, so now once that's done, you select all of this, all the frames. You do right click, you do copy. Now I go back to armature 1, so sorry, armature, because I want to add it there. And you see how this is almost at the 600 mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this blue marker, go all the way to here, where, close to where it looks like it's ended. And then I right click and I do a paste. Okay, so you see it has added it. So now it's has extended it with that other animation. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for the second one. So I click that here. I have to go back because it's a short one. And then I select the frames. I right click. I copy. I go back to armature. And then I drag the blue marker to where I want it to start. And I right click and I paste. Okay, so now I can get rid of the other two objects with their animations. So I select them and I press G on the keyboard. I want to move it. I have the left mouse click to drop it. Then I'm just left mouse clicking and then selecting everything and deleting. Then I'm going to do the same thing with armature. So press G, move it out, and select all of it. And I do a delete. Okay, so now I'll go back to the beginning so that we can see the animation on this one. So I can either press the play or I can do spacebar. So I'm going to move it through a little bit faster just so you can see at the point where it transitions. Okay, so I'll slow it down here because I believe it's like 590 something. Just so you can see the type of transition that happens. Yeah, so that's that one. So probably if there was a more drastic transition, I don't know, maybe like standing up versus a sitting down, it might not be as effective to use this method. So this rather is just a quick method when I just want to have a longer video. Okay, so let's scroll through and okay, so you can see the rest of that. Okay, so that's it.